Welcome back to Warriors Pregame. I'm Hannah Mears alongside Penn-Trafford quarterback Ethan Carr. Ethan, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Can't complain at all. WPIAL football season is here. You've already got a little taste of that in the quarterfinals with the victory 35-7. How are you feeling after just getting that first playoff victory out of the way?
It was very exciting. Full team effort and live to fight another day. So, yeah.
And let's just dive into a little bit of what that first playoff game was like for you guys. Going for it on 4th and 1 seemed to be something that we were seeing. Going for it in 4th down in general. I'm curious, is that a mentality we're going to see from this Penn-Trafford team moving forward, or will there be a bit of a more conservative approach against Pine Ridgeland?
The game plan was, we didn't want to get ourselves in a hole early on, but the penalties, obviously, we were backed up. So once we got to 4th and 1, it felt like, okay, we got 14 yards and not a first down. So we were just like, all right, we're going for it on 4th down, So, I don't know. I guess we just played a little bit more aggressive last game than usual, but I don't know going forward here.
And you did say the penalties, something you mentioned, and 8 penalties for 60 yards can really hurt you in the game, especially a playoff game. I'm sure not what you guys were happy with after that game. So at this week in practice, how are you cleaning up those errors?
Just the little things, focusing on hands inside the shoulder pads, moving our feet quicker, getting better positioning on blocks, just little stuff to get rid of those little naggy penalties.
And offensively, as a quarterback, something I'm sure was frustrating, no points in the third quarter of that game. What were you struggling with in that third quarter to get the offense moving?
I think we toned it down play calling in the third quarter. I don't want to say it's because, we were just doing it to, waste time. But, they were stopping us on first, second, and third down, and we were just, had to punt eventually. So, and they got us, back-to-back drives. So, and that took up a long time in the third quarter just running the ball mainly. So, yeah.
Moving forward into the semifinal game against Pine Ridgeland this weekend, a defense that's only given up 68 points this season. As a quarterback, I'm sure you're looking for every possible way to find the end zone. So how have you been preparing to take on that defense this weekend?
They have a lot of good players, so they're a great team, great defensively, and they put all aspects together. So preparation, we just, we follow the script, do practice hard every day, and, hopefully we put ourselves in a position to win.
And I'm really curious, what has the mood at practice been like this week? You got a first win, but arguably you're going into one of the most challenging games your team has faced since probably Fox Chapel earlier in the season.
Yep. It's very, very exciting, and, kids want to come to practice and are having fun at practice. So it's just an exciting environment, and it's fun to be around.
You're a senior on this team, and you've been considered one of the most versatile players in the WPIAL in years past. And this year, your team looked upon you to transition to that quarterback position. I know you've played reps before in that position, so it wasn't completely new to you, but it is a role that takes on a lot of weight on a football team, especially as you move forward into the playoffs. So how have you been adapting in that position this season?
It was definitely different than last year, from a leader aspect, having the ball in your hands every play, having to direct practice even more, directing off the field stuff. But, teammates definitely helped me embrace it more and, come into our form right now.
What's been the biggest thing the quarterback position has taught you about yourself as a player this season?
Probably leadership again, not having to lead hands-on or, do everything individually. You got to lead a herd, it can't just be you leading a few kids. It got to be the whole team.
Absolutely. And earlier this season, you made a commitment to Villanova. I know there were a bunch of schools after you, and rightfully so. But making that commitment during the season, how big of a relief was it to finally just commit to a school?
Definitely a big relief. Awesome coaching staff made it a very easy decision. But it was a screwed up year, obviously, with the recruiting and COVID-19 making it can't visit places and stuff like that. But definitely a relief, and the coach staff and team in general made it very easy.
What was it like? You talked about the COVID season, and I know this is a question I love asking and talking to everyone about because it did pose a bunch of different challenges that no one can prepare for. You can't practice for it. You can't watch film on it. So what was it like being a part of a team that went through a COVID season?
It's history, right? But it was definitely difficult at times, not knowing. When we got out early March, right? we were having workouts here and stuff. So, I mean, we had no clue it was our last practice until the summer. And, I mean, it was difficult. We had to find ways to get little gatherings together under the guidelines, and get some throws up maybe or run some routes, but definitely difficult and definitely one forever that's going to be remembered.
I'm sure something that made all of this much easier was the fact that you've played with a lot of these guys since you were peewees, and you tweeted out a picture. There were 4 young guys. I believe the Fry twins, you and Christian as well, was in that picture.
Yeah, Chase Vecchio.
It's Chase Vecchio. Yeah. Okay, so Chase was in the picture as well, and you did it then and now. How awesome is it to know that it's your senior season now, and you've been playing with those guys since you could barely fit in the shoulder pads?
Nothing beats it, That's why kids play. That's why we're all still here, and we got created this bond from since we were 7 years old to now, and it's unbreakable. So yeah, I love it.
How much easier is it to play on the field with these guys knowing your tendencies? You've grown up together, you've seen each other grow, so how much easier does that make your job?
Yeah, a lot easier. You can rely on one another, and you hold each other accountable, and you just go through your daily routine knowing that they got your back and you got theirs.
And something I saw, we said he posted on Twitter, but your Twitter name everyone talks about is Run EMC, which is your initials. Do you get more comparisons to Christian McCaffrey with his Run CMC, or do you get more to the song Tricky because of Run DMC?
There's another running back in the NFL, Darren McFadden. He does it as well, DMC. So, I mean, a bunch of people have done it. So I was like, why not? It was boring before. It was EMC PT. So I just, I changed it. Back in COVID, I probably got bored.
As we all did then. So we were all finding things to do, and you were just changing your Twitter name along there. I love that. And that's some fun things I love to learn about the team and about you personally. So my last question for you, Ethan, besides, just good luck in the game.
Thank you.
I want to know, what is the pregame ritual this Penn-Trafford Warriors team has?
Pregame ritual. The road's definitely a little different than at home, and COVID's definitely changed it up a lot. We used to be able to eat here at the cafeteria and stuff, but we're going to get our meal, get on the bus, and then locker room. I don't. On the road, we just listen to headphones, but here we got a speaker, so, no really ritual. I can't think of one.
Does any...
that we have. I don't know. We just.
Does Tricky play in the locker room at all? We got some other music pregame.
We got some other music, I guess. I'm not in control of this, so don't take me on that one.
Hey, whatever it takes to get your team pumped up. I'm sure, absolutely, especially being the quarterback and a senior leader. But best of luck to you in your WPIAL semifinal game.
Thank you.
Looking forward to see you take the field. And next, we will be talking to senior Nate Fry and a twin on the Penn-Trafford Warriors team.